Good time of the day, ladies and gents, because I'm not sure when this one will be coming up. So hopefully this finds you in good sports and good spirits and slightly warmer than us because we've been trying to film things and we're not quite sure if we're hitting the buttons correctly. Right, you're not here for my heating updates, you're here for Batman and Spawn. This is a book I've been looking forward to for quite literally years. They did 2 Batman and Spawn one-shots, I can actually say this now, back in the day, because it's been a while. And obviously, you've got Todd McFarlane, Greg Capullo, industry giants. I think it's fair to say you'd struggle in the modern era to find 2 bigger creative gentlemen than them. And obviously they've worked together for ages on Spawn. Greg Capullo went on to much luminous years on Batman. Todd McFarlane has always just been an absolute creative maestro, no matter what he ends up doing, be it toys, figures, some sort of Spawn endeavour. But the man just does not stop working. So to see this finally come out is really rather special. I read 8 pages today and then stopped myself because I wanted to actually sit down and linger over every single page. And I flew through those 8 pages in about 4 seconds. My brain just wanted to devour it. So, bit of a personal favourite. A little bit biased. But just wanted to run you through the covers really, because it's not often I get a chance to do that. And we're normally storming through the videos just trying to show the breadth of content that is out these days. Because I have to say, as comics goes, it's a hell of a time to be a fan. There's never been more better content coming out than I can recall. And I've been in nearly 20 years, I can never recall this much good stuff happening all at once. I just can't. So, if I can steal a few of your minutes, I wanted to run you through some of the covers that are coming out for this, because they're all rather bloody special. Sorry, just want to show you, that is Batman crouching over Spawn, and Mr. Capullo flipped it for the cover B, Spawn crouching over Batman, because, as we all know, in the great crossover, you should never really have an outright victor. You don't really want a victor like that. You want to see... The lover in you always wants to see it rolling on forever. And I'm sure these boys will keep us very happy like that. But just for tit for tat, you get those covers. And now you get the slightly different proportioned and posed covers coming in where they just let the creative guys go off and do their own thing. Gabrielle Delotto thunders in with that, which may even be my favourite of the bunch. That's just too bloody beautiful to not pick up. That's just fantastic. Here for a much more minimalistic approach, but absolutely what I'll be adding to my pile, that is Sean Murphy. Now, Sean Murphy's been of White Knight fame for the last few years, and he's been beavering along that. He's been doing White Knight, Curse of the White Knight, Beyond the White Knight. His style is raw, aggressive, and scratchy, and by absolute golly, that works. You don't really want to see a man like this do finesse. You want to see him literally retch away with his pencils and really gouge away, almost like he's stabbing with his inks. You see on some of his big splash pages, the man's messy, and it's brilliant. Francesco Martini, on the other hand, has got a much more polished style. His looks literally like it's been lavished over in Photoshop, and that is not a slight. This is a man who really cares about his craft, and I'm going to move that a little bit closer actually, because his covers tend to be on the darker side, but that's really a little bit delicious as well. No doubt when they guys got offered these covers, they probably spent a long time working out what the exact positioning. J. Scott Campbell comes in with a very un-Scott Campbell-y piece here. Normally he loves a lady portrait. That's very, very different positioning for something like Mr. Scott was normally going to do. That's very interesting from him. Jim Lee. I should have said him in the first opening sentence of this video, really. But again, absolute giant of the industry has turned in with this. Now, at this point, for my money, Jim doesn't really ever do a bad cover. And it's fair to say his style hasn't really ever changed. The man hit hard, heavy, and hasn't really had to tweak that much in the last, what's it now, 34 years of him working? He came out good, he's kept on good, and the man continues to be absolutely bloody fantastic. I chucked this in there just because it is a blank cover, but even their blank cover is a little bit different from normal. It's not just a white cover, it's scratched, it's hewn, it looks like it's almost like a great big slab of a tombstone there. So if you did want to take this along to a show and get it sketched on or etched on, you can even make that look a little bit more interesting. Because it is a character of the 90s, it would not be complete without a glow-in-the-dark cover. So please don't worry, that is Greg Capullo absolutely taking care of you with Todd McFarlane one more time, because, yeah, you're not going to get away without a glow-in-the-dark cover from these lovely boys. Jason Fabok, I think it's fair to say, is my personal favourite current working Batman artist. I just adore, I've never seen a bit of artwork from the man I haven't cooed over. And this is the 1 in 25, Jason Fabok. I could have shown you the colour one. I wanted to yank out the black and white one because I think his pencils pop that much more in it. I'm not dissing the colour one, it's delicious. But this for me was just perfection. It's probably my favourite cover of the whole bunch so far. I haven't ordered them, I've just yanked them out and we're just running through them. But for me, that's what I'm ending up on. It's very cool. You remember the 90s? They're back again, baby. Like, you got the acetate stuff taken care of you now. This is George Jimenez. There we go. And there we go. Lovely. One more. Back to Todd McFarlane himself. A little bit of a classic style here. Bang. That is it, gents. Ladies and gents, boys and ghouls. For whoever may be watching, that was Batman Spawn, a little run through. Just wanted to take a few more minutes because they don't normally do that many covers for most books, obviously, but these have been a little bit special. So yeah, enjoy. We're having them on eBay, we're having them in the store. We'll catch you all very soon. Much love. Bye.